Hi guys, welcome back to the Bone Zone. Sorry about the shoddiness of this video. It's been thrown together on a laptop, but the news is too big. Skull Servants finally have their searcher. His name is wight. He's like normal bog standard Skull Servant. His name's Skull Servant in the Graveyard. Except when he's normal or special summoned, I think this is really important, we can add a Skull Servant or card that mentions Skull Servant from our deck to our hand. So if we need to get a Baking or a White Lord, maybe even like a White Mare could come in handy, we can search for it now. And not only that, we also get an extra normal summon as long as this card's on the field. Absolutely incredible card. It does, however, lock us into zombies, which I think a lot of people are going to be a bit disappointed with. I'm kind of happy about it in a weird way. It means we just have to go back to Ooga Booga, Big King Beat Stick, 12,000 attack, bash you over the head kind of plays. I think it's amazing. This extra normal summon, if we've got a Gozuki in hand or even like a Samurai Skull, now becomes a really good viable option. So we summon wight, we get the search, we summon the Samurai Skull from hand, we get to send from deck to grave. It's going to open up all kinds of stuff. But for the first time ever, I mean, apart from Try White, I suppose, but we got an in-archetype spell card. And it's incredible. It does everything we could ever want. Okay. First of all, it's continuous spell, and it gives King of the Skull Servant piercing attack. Just that alone is, I mean, you wouldn't play it for that alone, but that's a really nice effect. But the real meat of this card is in the second effect. You can target a Skull Servant or King of the Skull Servants in our graveyard, special summon it, and send a card from our deck to the graveyard that mentions Skull Servant. So yeah, maybe we can summon a King and then send a Baking if we haven't already resolve the Baking that turn, or we can special a White Prince and send another White Prince and then link off that summoned White Prince. So then we've got like 6 Skull Servant bodies in the graveyard, like off of one effect. And it's not a hard once per turn effect. I mean, it is a once per turn effect, but it's not hard once per turn. If you've got 2 of these cards, you're going to be able to activate this twice. It's absolutely bonkers. Really big day. So I put together a little bit of a tryout video. I've tried it. I played against some AI, stupid bots from with 2021 banlist or something. But I got to try out these cards, and yeah, they're incredible. We do still struggle against things like Vela or Imperm. In a few duels, you'll see ways I did kind of get around them, but we're still missing that sort of. There's a missing piece to our deck. We need a link 1. If he gets Veiled on summon, we need some way of extending past that rather than just ending up with like a level 1 dead body on the field with no attack. Like, we do need something to extend past that, but this does help. This has been a massive help. I'm not complaining. I am so grateful for today. Enjoy the rest of the video. There's a deck list at the end. And with that, enjoy.
In the depths of the darkness where shadows reside, there's a skeletal figure, he cannot be denied. The Skull Servant, his power may seem small, but he's a force to be reckoned with. He stands tall. With bones so fragile, he's underestimated. But in numbers he gathers, his strength is activated. The King of the Undead, ruler of the night. Don't underestimate him, for he'll give you a fright. Skull Servant, rise to the throne. A skeleton king, he'll claim what's his own. Though individually weak, as a legion he'll bring destruction and chaos and unstoppable things. Skull Servant, the king of the dead, with an army of skeletons his kingdom will spread. From forgotten graveyards to battlefields wide, where other warriors faltered, he refused to subside. Each fallen soldier becomes another bone, building his legion, claiming his throne. No muscle, no sinew, just will to survive. A collective consciousness forever alive. Whispers of legends, of power unbound. The skull servant rises without a sound. They said he was nothing, just fragments of bone, scattered and broken, abandoned alone. But unity is power, and numbers his might, transforming from servant to sovereign of night. Skull servant, rise to the throne. A skeleton king, he'll claim what's his own. Though individually weak, as a legion he'll bring destruction and chaos, an unstoppable thing. Skull servant, the king of the dead. With an army of skeletons, his kingdom will spread. No heartbeat required, no breath to be drawn, just pure determination from dusk until dawn. Each skeleton soldier, a part of his dream, a collective nightmare, a terrifying scheme. From the margins of battle, from depths of despair, he gathered his forces without any care. The king of skull servants, now ready to reign, his legend immortal, beyond mortal pain. Skull servant, ascend to the throne. A skeleton king, now claiming his own. No longer a servant, but ruler supreme. Destruction embodied, beyond any dream. Servant, now master of dead. An empire of bones, forever he'll spread. Rise! Grass graveyards breathe gloom. A skeleton stirs and escapes his tomb. Skull servants march towards their doom. Though not alone, you must presume. Deep down in their ancient graves, an army of servants, a skeletal brigade, devoted to a cause long since decayed. Now on his throne, fears cascade. His servants fall, their souls he'll devour. In rising strength he sees his power. King of skulls in darkness tower. With his army, he'll make you cower. Your greatest gift is when you die. For when the flesh falls from your bones, you'll rise again to obey the you cower. Beneath the earth, they wait and grow, an endless legion, row by row. No mercy shown, no life to spare. The king commands without a care. His servants fall, the souls he'll devour. In rising strength he seizes power. King of skulls in darkness tower. With his army he'll make you cower. Rise again to his dark throne bow. Eternal servants forever now. Skull servants rise, death's silent call. The king of skulls shall conquer all. In the dark, a shadow lingers frail and weak. Skull servant, no tongue to speak. A skeleton, he'll give you a fright. In numbers they rise, ready for the fight. King of skull servants, his throne in sight. Leading an army under the moonlight. With a bony crown he claims his right. King of shadows, king of night. From the depths a king now stands, ruling over the skeletal lands. His army marches, a sight to behold. In the kingdom of bones, his story told. Centuries of silence now break free. Animated bones, a dark decree. Each servant bound by eternal plight, merged in purpose, infinite might. King of skull servants, his throne in sight. Leading an army under the moonlight. With a bony crown he claims his right. King of shadows, king of night. No flesh to bind, no heart to bleed. Pure will and bone, that's all they need. From graveyard depths to battlefield wide, the skull server legion, they'll never subside. Rattling bones, a symphony of war. Marching forward forevermore. No fear, no pain, just cold command. The king's design across the land. King of skull servants, supreme and bright. Conquering darkness, eternal fight. With a bony and mortal might. King of shadows, endless night. you.